Hey, I'm Aaron Scott with Web Video Ad Space. This is Live with Ahryn, where I share some tips and tricks to help you make more sales using digital marketing strategies. These lives are not easy, I tell you. Let me see, I just got a text here. Anything important? No. Today is going to be a quick tip on using the suggestions versus browse when you're looking for interest targeting on Facebook ads. Let me show you, because that sounds complicated and it's really not. This is the back end of audiences. So if we log into our ads manager and we click on audiences to define an audience, we can click on an audience, we can create a custom audience, lots of cool things there, a lookalike audience or a saved audience. And for our purposes, what we're going to look at is the saved audience option. Usually shows up in the United States. You can change, we've talked about a different geographical targeting that you can do by location, including geo-gating. The one I want to look at and share with you guys today, which is something that I just realized is a lot more rich than I had given it credit for, is right here. So when we get to detailed targeting, if we start typing in something, so sometimes what I'll do is I'll try to do all kinds of research. You can do research on Google. You can do research on Facebook. There's all kinds of places to try to find interests that your audience might be found in. So these interests will identify the people who have these interests on Facebook. So if we type in skincare, we click that, enter it, and then click in suggestions. And this is where this is really valuable. So sometimes you can click browse, and then you can choose demographics, interests, and behaviors. And if you go in here, it's very hard to find something good. And typing it in, sometimes we also miss a lot of good stuff that we just don't know is in there. But Facebook knows it's in there, and that's the good part. So if we type in skincare, now we get all these additional suggestions, including subcategories under skincare like moisturizer, creams, cosmetology. It's just really useful information. And so you could actually type in another one and then get more suggestions. And sometimes what it will do is it'll bring up additional ones. So this is not necessarily, this is an exploration process. This is part of the research process. This is not necessarily, you should have already done this before you write your ad. So this is just diving, like throwing in more, hitting suggestions and seeing what pops up. And oftentimes one of the things that will pop up is something that you had never thought about, never would have guessed is in Facebook, and that's the benefit of that. If I type in refrigerators, I was just looking for refrigerator this morning, and I type in, now we get a lot of other ideas. So if we type in home appliances and we hit suggestions, other home appliances, home improvements, major appliance. See, major appliance was a new one that I hadn't seen. Let's throw that in, major appliance, and hit suggestions. Household goods popped up. So yeah, just all kinds of endless ideas in there. It's worth, before you're kind of saving this audience, while you're creating your audiences, use this suggestion tool, throw in one of the options, get suggestions, and do it again and again, and you will come up with some very creative interests that you never would have thought about on your own. That's the tip of the day. Thanks for joining me. I will be back tomorrow. If you get a chance, please like, comment, share, follow, subscribe, etc., etc. I appreciate you being here. See you tomorrow.